Considered one of the key bands in the new metal and alternative rock scenes of the 2000s, Papa Roach left a huge legacy with raw passion, electrifying energy, and unfiltered lyrics. They formed an undeniable bond with their audience. How did they write some of their most popular songs? Today, I'm revealing the stories behind five of their most famous tracks. Papa Roach exploded into the spotlight with Last Resort, a 2000 single from Infest that quickly became a defining track for listeners dealing with emotional and physiological battles. Here's the crazy part. Last Resort nearly ended up sounding completely different. Jacoby Shaddix, Papa Roach's frontman, wrote Last Resort inspired by a close friend's suicide attempt. Cut My Life into Pieces wasn't written for drama, it was real, personal, and painfully honest. A direct look at what struggling with mental health can sound like. Musically, the track was built around a bass line that guitarist Jerry Horton had been toying with. Once that bass line clicked, the rest came naturally, crushing guitar riffs, rapid fire drumming, and a rap rock vocal style that mirrored the inner chaos. When it hit MTV and radio, it resonated deeply. Suddenly, Papa Roach was speaking for an entire generation that felt silenced, and their place in rock was sealed. By the time 2004 rolled around, Papa Roach had shifted gears. Scars was a powerful, melodic track with personal depth, not just another song about heartache. Scars was born out of Jacoby's personal chaos, a time marked by alcohol abuse and self sabotage. The song captures the emotional fallout he caused to someone close. The lyric, I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut, captures the cycle of self inflicted pain and emotional withdrawal and how hard it is to truly heal. What's surprising is that the band originally didn't want Scars on the album. They felt it was too mellow for their usual style. However, once it was out, Scars quickly became one of their most popular tracks. By showing a more sensitive side, Scars allowed Papa Roach to evolve beyond their new metal image and explore new musical territory. The mix of soft acoustic style verses with a powerful, intense chorus made the song unforgettable. It struck a chord with anyone who had caused pain to someone they cared about or had been hurt by someone unable to control their actions. By the time Forever came out in 2006 on the Paramore sessions, Papa Roach had embraced a more alternative rock direction without losing the heartfelt depth of the lyrics. You're not just letting go of a relationship, you're letting go of someone who was a big part of your life and identity. The song really nails that moment when a piece of your past keeps following you no matter how far you run from it. Forever showed the band leveling up their songwriting, laid back verses that feel personal, and then a chorus that blows the roof off. That back and forth energy gave the song real punch. It found a sweet spot between hard rock and something you hear on the radio. The thing about Forever is it didn't just sit in the sadness, it was about pushing through and finding your way back. Getting Away with Murder, dropped in 2004, was a big turning point for Papa Roach's sound and lyrics. They used to focus on personal and emotional lyrics, but this track took on the bigger issue of corruption. Jacoby came up with this song when he was fed up with the state of politics. Leaders were being shady and no one seemed to care. The title pretty much says it all. It's calling out the lack of accountability. The band leveled up their sound here, pulling back on the rap rock and leaning into straight up hard rock with heavy guitar riffs, hard hitting drums, and slick production. The song had a big, almost movie like feel. They weren't just telling their own stories anymore, they were speaking out, and this time their anger was aimed higher. Born for Greatness proved Papa Roach still had it in 2017, always changing, always staying in the game. It's got a powerful hype energy, like something you hear shaking in an arena, and it kicked off a new phase for them. Turns out Jason Evigan, I think that's how you pronounce his name, had a hand in writing this one. He's done stuff with Maroon 5 and also Demi Lovato. It brought a fresh, modern vibe to Papa Roach without taking away their bite. This one was all about lifting people up. Jacoby wanted to change the narrative, less pain, more power. Born for Greatness isn't just something they say, it's something you feel. The song ended up being used by WWE and ESPN, which helped Papa Roach connect with a whole new generation. Whether it's the darkness of Last Resort or the fire of Born for Greatness, Papa Roach has a way of channeling real emotions like pain, love, and redemption. So that'll be it for this video. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. I much appreciate it if you click that like button, and thank you for watching.